Welcome to the first of many videos I'm going to be doing on Kofax Transformation, one of the key building blocks of the Kofax Intelligent Automation platform. In today's video, I want to talk about some of the key concepts here, like supervised and unsupervised machine learning, and I'm actually going to use the built-in clustering and classification methods within Kofax Transformation to do that. So in today's demo, I'm going to be using Kofax RPA, but the same principles apply to the other transformation-enabled products within the Kofax Intelligent Automation platform, like for instance Kofax Total Agility, Kofax Capture with transformation modules, and also the Kofax Transformation Toolkit. The activities are the exact same, but you might have some different screens here or there. If you have any questions about that, let me know. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my demo machine. Here we go. And what I have is I've got a set of 124 documents. And as you can see right here, they are named. So I've got air bills, claim forms, invoices, sales order confirmation, sign-up forms, and tracking reports. I've, of course, then afterwards scrambled them up so you can't derive anything from the names. And I'm going to use this to build a classification model by applying both unsupervised and supervised machine learning. As said, I'm going to be using the Kofax Transformation Project Builder, which is essentially our artificial intelligence workbench. So let me just open that up, and I'm going to start from scratch. So I'm going to start with an empty project, and the only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to load in those documents we just saw. So new project, demo for YouTube. Here we go. So here we have it. This is our workbench. This is where we are going to be building our machine learning models, and we're actually going to have a classification model at the end of this demo. So I'm going to open up that set that we have, so the unsupervised train set, and as you can see, I've got all these documents here, every one that we expected. So air bills, sales order confirmations, health claims, you name it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to let the system sort this out itself. This is again an application of unsupervised machine learning. So I'm going to go to documents, and I'm going to say I want to start clustering. There's a lot of things here that we can do. You can configure a lot of these things, and you actually just only thing you have to do is click start clustering, and you can immediately see that it's going to analyze all these documents, and it's going to end up with these clusters, these groups already. So the first group it's identified is the air bill. So what I'm now doing is I'm just labeling those clusters. So the second one is the claim form. The third one is the invoice. I can just continue clustering, and it's going to ask you, well, can you confirm or reassign if the system for whatever reason did a wrong assumption here. But you can then go into review, and you can see that all of these have been identified as air bills. These have all been identified as claim forms and invoices, and here we have some who have not been assigned yet. So I'm going to do this as the sign up form, update clustering. Here we have the tracking report, update clustering, and the last one is the sales order confirmation, update clustering. So this is essentially what the system has done. It's identified all these clusters, these groupings of documents that look the same, have the same sort of content on them, and we can then use those clusters as a starting point for our classification model. So I can actually say create project classes from these labels, and you can immediately see that in my project we now have these classes, and we can now use these documents that we've just have had the unsupervised machine learning system go through, and we can use them to build a classification model. So again, we're going to use the outcome from unsupervised machine learning in a supervised machine learning classification exercise. So we now have them in the classification set, and we can then start building our classification model. And again, the only thing you need to do is press some buttons and the system will go through it itself. So once this is done, I'm going to be getting some documents that weren't part of the training set, and I'm going to use them to actually show you how confident this machine learning model is already. Of course, in a real-world approach, you would typically then start building with benchmarking, and you'll start using your golden sets for that too. But we've got a classification model, woohoo, and it only took me like 5 minutes. So let me just grab the test set and show you how good it already is. So here we have them. 6 samples, classify, and here we go. So the first one, an invoice, 94%, sign-up form, 99%, the air bill, 95%, confidence, there we go. So here you have it. You've seen how we've been able to apply unsupervised and supervised machine learning in Kofax Transformation, as said, a primary building block of the Kofax Intelligent Automation platform. This classification model we now have can now be used to identify incoming documents, scans, attachments in Kofax RPA, Kofax Total Agility, or Kofax KC, KTM, and KTT. I hope you liked this video. Let me know if you want to see more of this. In my next videos, I'll try to use this project as a starting point. So please keep watching. Thank you very much.